Hello and welcome everyone to the Dr. Mario Championship channel. My name is Savage Octagon, and along with Packie and Larva and Betty and Ibar, and of course our amazing restreamer D-Day, we are happy to bring you semi-final and final Sunday of our February speed tournament. Before we get started, I just wanted to plug a couple of events that are coming up. Next Saturday, we're going to have our silver bracket with two incoming new challengers approaching. We are going to see the debut of Crunchy C and Gamer X459, so welcome to the bracket. And on Sunday, we're going to be having a Super Nintendo Speed tournament hosted by Ook the Librarian, so don't miss that. We got a lot of big names there. And of course, in a couple weeks, I would be remiss if I didn't mention, a lot of us are going to be at the Louisville Arcade Expo in Louisville, Kentucky. We are going to be having a tournament on March 11th. So very exciting stuff. And speaking of exciting stuff, we got some good matches. And to help call this action, I'm going to bring into the booth Packie and Larva. Take it away.
Savage, thank you very much. We are starting off our semifinal Sunday with a good one today. Savage Octagon, who you just heard about the upcoming events from, will be playing against our number one seed, Frank. And this one is going to be a big one.
Yes, it is, Packie. Frank and Savage are both very, very good in their own rights, and they've met 4 times previously. Do you want to tell me how that's gone, Packie?
Well, judging by Frank's almost immaculate record, I can imagine he has not lost to Savage Octagon because there's only a couple of people that have managed to beat him. And that
Exactly.
was Influx in the championship bracket a couple years ago, and then John Dat Flindo pulling off the round 2 upset last year.
Exactly. So I will let everybody know I am very happy that Savage is here. I am very much team ladies of Dr. Mario. So sorry, Frank. I'm gonna be rooting for Savage on this one. Both of them have actually very different play styles. Frank's very combo heavy, whereas Savage does play a little bit more straightforward. So we do see on Frank's side a lot of patience, waiting for the right pills, things like that. Savage might not be as patient waiting for some of those pills. I think she just wants to get them out of the way. We do also have different types of controllers. As you can see, Frank himself is just a pair of hands with a controller, no body, no head. Savage, as well, right now it's just a duplicate of Frank, but Savage does play on emulator and keyboard, and I'm a recent convert to keyboard, so again, go keyboard.
So basically you're saying Frank is Thing from the Addams Family.
He's 2 because he's 2 hands.
Yes. Thing 1 and Thing 2. We'll call it that. But that's Dr. Seuss.
It's Dr. Seuss.
So I'm now crossing into long untrodden territory. But nonetheless, let's see what these players have for us today.
Chat knows how much I do not like puns, but we have a very good one from John Dat Flindo in the chat saying Savage Octagon.
It looks like we're still getting set up here, but we also don't have any readies yet, but also there we go. We got Savage back on.
There's Savage.
Frank is going with the medium fever strats, and we're going with the high chill strats from Savage. All right, looks like we have readies from both players, and Frank's with a qualifying question mark.
Yeah, I think he's wondering if the stream itself is ready.
Okay, now we have
saying
a much more affirmative
he's ready when we are.
When the vowels are gone, it's time to go. 3, 2, 1. Pills. So level block is 10 through 13 for the semifinals, and this is a best of 5 series. Frank with an
Yeah.
interesting little board to start out with here.
Yes, he's out of the gate first. He does have a good amount of diversity on his board. Hopefully he can still keep his reds available. That's really the only pain point that I can see so far.
Now Savage Octagon is out of the gate about almost 25 seconds after Frank is. A lot of red clustered in the middle of the board early on, but a nice horizontal clear and just lines up another horizontal opportunity right off the bat.
Yeah, I like that she did that. Um Frank has a very high left side of his board. We all know that Frank knows what he's doing, but he might have to take some drop time.
Well, if he can line
Um,
up those horizontals, he'll be fine. A nice little
oh,
swim move to
wonderful
get the
swim.
in-between clear on the blues.
Savage's top line is very even across her board. She is working with a little bit of garbage on her board, but she is also strategically using it um, for other things, such as this drop horizontal.
A very nice drop horizontal. If she can dig through the middle of her board a little bit, she can get that in-between clear for the yellows. She's going to keep that open as long as she can. It looks like she decided to take the red horizontal over the... Oh, okay, I like this move right
I
here.
like
Just
that
clean out
move.
all the garbage right away.
Frank is
I,
out at a 143.
that is an excellent time for level 10. A lot of yellow on Savage's board right now.
hmm
Nice horizontal double clear. Takes care of that is pretty efficiently. Starting to get a good little surge of yellows here that she needs. Nice undertuck to eliminate drop time.
And Frank, with his combos again, starting right off. Um,
Well-timed double blue right there too.
exactly. And Savage is also into level 11. Um, her top line's a little bit more diverse right now than Frank's, but we'll see how that goes, how the doctor plans to give or not give as as he tends to do.
Yeah, I mean sometimes when you have a diverse top line, you don't get a diverse set of pills. So
hmm
a diverse top line gives you the best chance to use those pills, but sometimes that's just how it is. It's given the time difference, it's hard to tell who's in the lead. I would say Frank has a slight lead at this juncture.
hmm Oh, I see. Frank is gonna set up for very likely a
Yeah, all he needs now is
yeah.
is that blue, and he just needs to flip that over
There he
to
goes
keep
out at a
eliminating his
321.
horizontal. 321 is awesome. So for this point,
hmm And we do have some potato action from Savage. That's just everything trying to keep up. We do understand the situation. She is locally recording, so if anything happens, we will be able to verify her run independently.
yeah. But as far as her board situation is concerned, though, she's got a lot stacked to the left and to the right.
Yes, she
Pretty
does.
n- some
She
pretty well.
is okay. I like that drop combo from her.
Yeah. Let's see if she decides to. Okay, she decided to go horizontal with the yellow there. I was wondering if she might try to go for a sweet tea at some point.
She might have decided that that might have been a little too hard to maneuver just at that time. Um, but she's going to be out at a 406.
So that's about a 45-second difference, I think, coming out of level 11. So she's got some ground to make up against Frank, who's just ripping apart this level 12 right now.
Hmm. Yeah, he's down to just a couple of rows at the bottom. He's got these yellows set up very nicely for horizontal.
Looks like he's going to go for the horizontal clear on the, oh, look at that nice little flip up to set
Oh,
up the red virus underneath and that desandwiching maneuver. This is just brutal efficiency on the part of Frank right now.
and he's setting up the other blue as well.
Yeah, he really wants that horizontal, so and then he only needs one more blue fragment. 526 out of 12. This is ridiculous.
Savage is down to the last bit of her board, so she has been doing pretty well um so far in this level 12. A nice little
She
tuck
might,
there.
yeah. Yeah, it looks like she's been trying to set up that sweet tea right there. Gets a double yellow instead of a yellow red. She doesn't really have much of any use for blues right now. There's one blue virus left on her board, and it's about to be taken out. It looks like she's smart to save the yellow fragment there to drop down and to the bottom of column 5 to set up the horizontal.
Hmm. I like that move from her. That she
She's
can
pretty
take out
clear.
this garbage and she can take out those reds as she
Look at
pleases.
this big. Oh my gosh, that fat L clear by Frank was amazing.
Wow.
Another quick horizontal, and Frank is just going to town on this level 13 right now.
He now really doesn't have a lot of use for blue, so it doctor does seem to like to give him that at this point. So hopefully he can. Oh, we know Frank. He's going to be able to get around whatever the doctor decides to give him.
Sweet tea for Savage. And a nice opportunistic horizontal clear right there. There's a big cluster of yellow in the middle of her board that she's got to deal with.
Hmm. Yeah, and she also does not need blue at all.
This is what
So
she needs right here. Get that L clear
wow,
and get everything out of the
nice,
way. And then another horizontal clear. And now a double yellow run. Perfect timing on that.
perfect.
Frank is out at a 744. It's going to be tough sledding for Savage
Wow,
to pull this off, but let's see if she can pull it off in the next 20 seconds. 15 viruses. That's a tall task for
it's a
anybody.
tall order.
8. It looks like she's not quite going to get it, but
Oh.
a valiant effort keeping up with Frank. And another double yellow run for Savage there at the end. And she's going to finish at an 808, which is an excellent time for this
That's
level
still
block.
exactly. That's still a very, very good time.
So it's 1-0 Frank going into game 2. Excuse me. We got it ready from Frank. Gonna make some adjustments here, and then we'll be ready for game 2.
That was Frank had a 744, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe you're right. I honestly don't
That
remember myself, but it
that
was
is tied. That is if it is a 744, it is tied for 18th on our hot times list. And like we
awesome.
always say, there's not much that you can do against a hot time.
Yeah, that 744 moves him into a three-way tie for 18th. All right. So we got it ready from Savage. So it looks like we're ready to go. Two, one, pills. And off we go to game two. Frank's fooling around a little bit, just making sure his game's not locked up. But Savage is the first out of the gate this time.
Yeah, I know Frank likes to do things like that to keep his hands warm.
Not a bad
He's
idea. Big
Yeah,
cluster.
he's mentioned that before.
Yeah, big cluster of blue in the middle of Savage's board to start. Meant to
Hmm.
tuck that. I believe she meant to tuck in that double yellow there.
Yeah, I think
That
she did
nice,
too.
that
I could
quick
see a
little bracket
little
clear is
head
gonna
nod from
lower all.
her. So
Yeah, that quick bracket clear is gonna lower all her garbage, but all these red yellows are not very useful to her right now.
yeah, Frank does have he has a pretty big chasm right in the middle of his board. It's only well now it's 3 wide. So he does have to be careful for some of that drop time.
Nice horizontal clear to bring all the garbage down another row, and Savage's board is pretty much clean now, and she has a small lead. Well, perhaps. I mean, there's about a 4 second difference between each stream, and a difference of only 2 or 3 viruses. So it's kind of hard to tell. Savage's board is a lot more level, while Frank has a lot going on his left side.
Yeah, he's still really high on that left side. Um, so I am a little concerned about how he's gonna fix that.
He's going to be able to handle the right side of his board with ease. Just the left side of his board is a huge question mark right now. He's going to have to
And
suffer
he's
some
taking that
drop
drop
time.
time. Yeah.
Right now, Frank needs to take every opportunity to attack the left side of his board, and it's pretty much all
Hmm.
sorted out by now.
Yeah, he does have that right side set up to drop into a horizontal when he gets rid of that red.
Savage is out of 10 at a 206. Frank hitting start a little bit early, gets out at a 207.
Oh, the pause buffer strats going against Frank on that one, but we are basically dead even.
Yeah, that pause is the difference between the two of them right now.
Hmm.
Let's see how Frank plays this on the right hand side of his stack. Maybe he holds out for the double blue and he gets it.
That's a Not a lot of people recommend that strat because double blue is the least common double pill in the coding of Dr. Mario.
That time it worked out for him, and it looks like he's been trying to set up horizontals further down his board. Maybe okay. Now he looks like he's going for the sweet tea, possibly.
He's gonna wait for there
Yeah,
we
he's
go.
gonna go. Oh, I see. Okay,
Mhm.
I'm doing mental gymnastics here, trying to figure out what he's doing.
Both of our players have much more of a left heavy board with not a lot on the right side.
Yeah, I like Savage's board though. It's as clustered as the left hand side is. It's really not too difficult to manage. There's just a matter of a lack of access to yellow right now.
Hmm.
But very much a neck and neck matchup to this point.
And both of our players down to 5 viruses.
Yeah. A lack of blue pills forced Savage to attack the yellow viruses on the left hand side of her board. She really had nothing else to do with those. But now with a couple of blue, she'll be out. But Frank is out at a 409. And at a 415, Savage comes out of level 11. So a 6 second difference.
Which for this game is Not a lot. That's almost nothing. Oh,
Frank has yeah,
Frank is getting
tons
a
of
red
double.
burst at the time that he needs, and then it
Uh,
stops right when he's done.
Frank with a ton of double opportunities that he just got the RNG to jump all over it.
Mhm. Savage right now does not need any of those blues coming her way.
Frank just building those verticals on top of that horizontal clear. You love to see it.
Yeah, Frank does clears like that all the time. If you watch his stream, that's something he does all the time, every day.
There is a big sweet tea coming for Savage in a minute here. There it is.
Wonderful.
About an 18 virus difference now because Frank has managed to build on that lead in this level 12.
We do have a little bit of that stream delay from Savage. Um,
Unfortunately, it will not be a perfect clear for Frank because he's going to have one fragment left.
oh,
So Frank is going to start tearing into this level 13 because that level 12 was phenomenal for Frank.
mhm.
So let's see what Savage has to finish out this level 12.
Well, that
All
was
of
a
her
nice triple
viruses
clear
seem.
from Frank. It was a really
Mm,
nice, like, drop triple clear.
Frank is set up to get a big T on the right hand side of his board if he chooses to take it.
Yeah, he
And
can
I'm
get it with
sure
those
he
yellows.
sees
Most
it.
likely he will, yeah.
And that double blue will just drop neatly into place right there. Looks like he's going to manufacture this and try to hold out for a blue-yellow, and here it
Oh,
comes.
there it goes.
Bang! Nice little horizontal clear with another red horizontal clear set up right underneath it.
Yeah, he used all of his garbage pills to their maximum efficacy. Something that Swan likes to call making garbage into gold. Not a single thing was cleared away or misused or anything. Very, very well done by Frank.
Hmm Frank's only got 12 viruses to go, and he's going to be out of this level block once more. Savage, less than 20 viruses behind, has managed to close the gap a tiny bit. Might be too little, too late, but she's playing very efficiently right now. She seems to have found her footing once more. But a 742, and Frank is done.
And that would be 17th, tied for 17th on our hot times.
Frank slowly clawing and scratching his way up the leaderboard in this match. Let's see how Savage decides to finish this one out. Got the horizontal she was looking for. Setting up another horizontal with the blues on the bottom of the board. At this point, she doesn't
Uh,
have much use for anything but blue.
yeah, and
And
then
this
now
level,
she just has columns 1 and 2.
yeah, those blue yellows are tricky to work with.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like she's looking over and realizing, yep, the timer's reset. She's gonna scoot back to level 10 and get ready for game 3. Take a deep breath, shake it off, relax.
Get a sip of water.
So we got game 3 between the top seed Frank and the 12th seed Savage Octagon. 2-0 Frank. Now we got the double vision.
Thanks, foreigner.
We got it ready from Savage. And we got it ready from Frank, so we are set to go for game 3.
Once we get Savage's stream reset.
There it is.
There we go.
All right, we're gonna
No
have
need to apologize, Dave. We understand what's going on,
you're
and
good,
we
man.
very much
You're good.
appreciate what you do for us.
We got a 3, 2, 1, pills, and we're off for game 3. Let's see who first out of the gate. Frank starts his level 10 with 2 red viruses on his top line that are immediately eliminated.
Yeah, he does not need any red right now.
But unfortunately, that's what he's getting.
Yeah.
A huge lack of blue in his starting pills. This
Wow.
is a little torturous to watch.
Yeah.
And now a double red run. And the worst thing about that double red run is that you know a red-yellow is coming after it, and neither of those colors is blue.
Mm-hmm. Savage, meanwhile, has the opposite problem. She's got all that red.
It looks like a couple of patients got their prescriptions mixed up.
Oh man, Dr.
No.
Mario's now a pharmacist as well. Oof.
Savage can only smile and say whatever it is she's shucky darning over there.
She's laughing in pain right now. I guarantee she's laughing in pain as like, what is happening?
She had 10 red viruses and 4 blue viruses left there. That's insane.
Oh. And no use for yellow at all.
But there's another couple of red viruses going down the drain. And hey, she's managed to build a 7 virus lead up to this point.
Mm-hmm. And Frank was first out of the gate, so she's also got time on her side.
Yep. Got to get all that red up. And
Frank with a slightly unnecessary L over there. Some of that L was... He cleared that red on both sides of the L. Savage is out at 152.
And that's actually a pretty good 10 time. I love that horizontal play into the drop combo.
I wanted that for her. I saw it and I was like, I would do that horizontal. I would play that horizontal.
A double yellow would have been great there. Okay, she's got it one piece too late, but it's perfectly fine because she's only left with one little nugget of garbage in column 3, and that's about to go out the window.
Frank has joined Savage in level 11. Has a lot of blue and yellow on his top line.
He's also getting a lot of blue and yellow to play with.
Yeah, he is. I will say, I think that Frank is one of the luckier players with RNG. I think that RNG really smiles on Frank a lot. He might not agree with it, but I think it does. Very skillful, but also lucky.
Maybe he also knows exactly what he needs to do with the pills he's getting. Maybe that's part of it.
True.
So far, Frank has managed to close the gap, but, well, I say that, but looking at the stream, he's also got about a 16.5 second difference. So Savage Octagon still in the lead.
It's a nice L clear for Savage.
Love that. Savage is going to need to dig through a whole bunch of red in a minute. It looks like she's all set up on column 3 there. All she needs is a red fragment to drop the double blue down where it needs to go. And there it is. And she's going to be out of here at a 349 with Frank out at a 406. So a 17-second lead for Savage going into level 12.
Frank's got a pretty nice top line. I think he's going to try to take those yellows out horizontally.
It's
Oh.
begging for a horizontal, but the problem is
Oh.
you're gonna need a double yellow to make that horizontal work. So it looks like he's not gonna wait for it. I like that he went down, that he dug down for that horizontal with the blues because he had very little blue exposed in the first place. This is gonna open
Oh,
up
he's
a
going to
nice,
get a sweet tea.
nice
There we
sweet tea
go.
there. Speaking of blues, look at Savage's board right now. There's a
Oh,
lot of blue
lots
going
of
on.
blue. She does have an opportunity for okay. It doesn't come at the right time, but now she's going to get that drop horizontal combo.
Mm-hmm. If I'm Savage right now, I'd probably, yeah, exactly what you want to do. Get that under clear and get that yellow fragment down where it needs to go. Very smart use of her garbage right there.
She can potentially build up just a little bit and get a horizontal.
Ooh,
Oh,
look
she's
at
going to get
that.
that. Oh,
Great
wonderful.
setup. I don't think she, oh, okay, maybe she did mean to put that there. I'm not sure. I think she
That
meant to
was
tuck that a
not what
little
she
further than
wanted.
that, though.
You could see her head shake. She did not like that. She did not intend for that to happen.
Looks like she's going to horizontal these yellows, which is the smart play.
Frank is out at a 624. At the very latest, I didn't quite catch the exact number. But he's into level 13.
Frank is facing a limited exposure to blue viruses in this level 13, but he also has a lot of zero drop double clears set up.
Yeah, and he's been exposing the blues. Now he's got a little bit of trouble with yellows. It's really those reds on his top lane he needs to take care of, and then he'll be good to go.
Yeah. He just needed to wait for some red fragments to show up, and this nice drop T, followed by another horizontal into a drop combo with another horizontal set up on top of it.
Oh, it's just
Frank is starting
masterful.
to Hulk
Really,
out on
it's
this 13.
masterful.
Just a moment
Oh,
while we
he
get
tucked.
Savage's stream back up.
Frank did tuck that one a little early. He's got that red garbage on top of. I'm sorry, yellow garbage on top of a red, where he can't use that yellow garbage at all.
Let's see how Frank plays this. Is he going to go for that horizontal on the reds?
Yes.
Yeah. I figured he would, but stranger things have happened. You think he'll do one thing and he does something completely different that is somehow better than anything you thought of.
There we go. There's our drop T.
So we are back up, and Savage is out at an 8-18, it looks like. And if that's true, then Frank is going to lose game 3 to Savage.
Wow. Yeah, I have the same I have the same reaction, Sarah. I wish we could have seen that level because that must have just been wonderful. Speedrunner's delight.
So game 3 to Savage, staying alive in the semifinals. She got it recorded though, so. So we are going to game 4 in this best of 5. Savage just
More free
not giving
Dr.
up.
Mario.
Yep.
Okay, we have a ready from Frank and a ready from Savage.
So we are set to go for game 4. So Savage not giving up, putting up a fight.
We have our 3, 2, 1, and pills.
We also have a 1/2, courtesy of Rocco Ritchie. Interesting starting board for Frank. Oh, opportunity strikes with a double blue.
Wow.
Maybe you're right. Maybe he just is that lucky.
I don't usually call a lot of people lucky in this game, but I think Frank is one of them.
Nice
He can't
horizontal drop
necessarily
here, too.
command RNG like Sarah can, but I think he's a very lucky person. Also, for those of you who don't know, Frank is coming to us from Japan, where it is currently 7:42 in the morning on Monday.
So he probably got up in the morning, had a cup of coffee, and just started dropping pills.
I do happen to know Frank's sleep schedule is a little bit weird, so he was already awake.
Okay. Well, he is definitely awake if he's destroying levels like this. There's a lot of clears already set up on his board. Might be a little tricky to drill down on column 8, but he's pretty well set up for pretty much every single virus on this board.
Savage is down to just reds and blues. Sorry, I had to think about my colors there for a second.
Now just reds. And they both just need reds right now, and Savage isn't getting any reds right now.
Yeah, she's shaking her head at that RNG. She doesn't like it.
Timely double red. Just needs a couple more. Just needs one more, and there it is. 144 coming out of 10, and that's a great time. The only problem is you're playing Frank.
Exactly.
Who got a
Frank
nice
with that
tea
sweet
clear in the middle of his
tea.
board.
Hesitated a little bit with that next pill. We don't normally see Frank hesitate.
Big old cluster of yellow on the left side. Oh, nice sweet tea there by Savage.
Frank needs blue help. He needs blue help now.
He needs a ton of blue help. Still managing to clear everything he can find that isn't blue. And there's a nice double blue. He still needs a lot of blue, but he's getting it.
There's a nice drop combo from Frank. I don't know if he still wants to take that yellow in column 8 out horizontally. If he does, he's going to need to clear those reds.
Savage does not want to clear that blue virus in column 5 because she really wants to preserve that horizontal, which she finally gets. See how she decides to play the end of this 11. She needs some red help to get to the bottom of this board. A red yellow would be great for her right now, but now she doesn't need
Ooh,
red.
I like that. I like that play.
I
There's a
like
little
it
bit of
too.
drop
She can go
time,
in
but I
between
like
those
it.
last two. She can go in between those last two yellows and get
Exactly.
out of there.
She's at a 351.
351 is a very respectable time for those first two levels. All right. So let's see how Frank plays with these two yellows. Looks like he's just going to take them out conventionally. Well, it looks like he's going to set up the sweet tea on column 5 there.
Yeah, you can tell by his movements that he really wants that sweet tea.
Yeah, he's just
He
waiting on just
doesn't want
one
to
blue
drop
fragment.
garbage on it though. There we go. Wonderful, wonderful job by Frank. Oh, and he's setting up a Frank clear on column 1. Blink and you miss it.
So I'm guessing a Frank clear is just setting up setting up 3 in a row and setting up for the last one to be underneath.
Yes.
Okay.
I always
gotcha.
call that a Frank clear because I saw Frank do it first.
Yeah, but Savage has managed to close the gap significantly on this level 12.
Yeah, she's down to 5 viruses and she has almost no garbage on her board at all.
She's going to need a little blue help to get out of here, but this is a
But
phenomenal 12 for her.
Frank is needing some blue as well, and if you look on his columns 1 and 2, he has not been getting that help. Savage needs 1 blue.
And there it is.
She's out of a
540 coming out of
440.
12. Savage with a lead in game 4.
Meanwhile, Frank is he's getting a lot of ketchup and mustard over there. He's at a 604.
Savage potentially holding out for that blue horizontal on the top of her board.
I think she's gonna try to
Try to get a lightning log out of it, possibly.
try to get a lightning log.
But this
And then she gets
slew of
a
double reds will not help.
ugh.
You can tell
She
she is waiting
really
for it, and
wants it.
finally
There
here
we
it
go.
comes.
And you could see her nod her head as well. She really did want that.
Nice semi-sweet tea, if you will. Because one of those clears did not have any viruses in it.
I was gonna say, I guess a semi-sweet is part of the tea doesn't only clears garbage.
But so far, Savage basically has 7 seconds on Frank right now, coming through this level 13. See if she can just hold that lead for a little bit longer and force a decider.
Mm-hmm. She now doesn't really have a lot of use for yellows. Hopefully her
Yeah, all the
yellows
yellow on
stop
the bottom
coming.
of her board right now, and this double yellow is gonna basically force her to attack it.
Oh, she
But
gets a
then,
nice double blue there.
yep. And that double blue
Shit.
forces her to attack that, and now she's got nothing but reds to worry about. 3 viruses to 4. Savage trying to hang on. And she's going to be out at a 759 and
759.
take game 4 and force a decider against Frank.
Wow.
Shocked face in 3, 2, 1. 1. 1.
And a half. There it is.
There it is.
It's okay, Savage. Take a second.
It's okay, Savage. Take a deep breath. Relax. Because you got game 5 coming up against Frank. Savage is one win away from her second consecutive final.
We got a lot of comments in our chat rooting for Savage. A lot of motivation in there.
We've got it ready from Savage. Game 5, the decider in the first semifinal. Can Frank hang on, or will Savage pull off the reverse sweep?
We also have a ready from Frank.
3, 2, 1, pill. The deciding match of the first semifinal. Frank is the first out of the gate. He's got a layered top line, I want to say. So there's like a layer of viruses, and then nice little lightning bolt clear right there.
Savage does not need those yellows that are coming her way. It's not a lot. But
Yeah,
still,
she
she does
definitely
not
does
need them at
not.
all.
But she's doing what she can with them, and she's pretty well set up for some zero drop clears on the top of her board as well. Just a
She
matter
takes
of
care of
that.
that spire in the middle of her board before it becomes a problem. But Frank is he's blazing right now.
An in between clear, a quick double clear. This board has been really friendly to Frank so far. Let's see if Savage goes for the horizontal on these blues here.
I think she wants the horizontal.
Let's see if she gets any. Okay, here we go.
Oh, wonderful.
Nice drop combo right there.
Excuse me.
Gesundheit. So Frank is already down to 3 viruses at 138, and he needs only 1 red fragment, and he's out of there at a 142. Awesome
Woo.
efficiency from Frank.
Blazing time.
It's going to give him some time to build a lead on Savage right now, who's still trying to work her way through this level 10.
There she goes. She flips the pill the right way to get that those yellow clear.
But Savage has managed to dig her way out of that garbage situation on the left-hand side of her board, and it looks like she's setting up the Frank clear on column 8.
Yes. Frank
And at
has a
213,
lot
she's at a
of
low
yellow
10.
and red on his board right now. There's a lot.
And Frank's got the in-between clear set up on the reds in column 3, but he does not have use for all of this blue for forever, so we'll see what he decides to do with that. Well, Savage immediately starts tearing into her level 11.
She had some competing plans there for a second, really because of the RNG she was getting. You could see her head shake. She didn't like it.
Yeah,
But
she's got a
she's
bit
gotten
of
out of it
garbage
pretty
to worry
good.
about there, but it's going to be cleared out pretty soon here.
Frank is down to 10 viruses.
Frank is just tearing this level apart right now. And he's got an in-between clear set up for those yellows, as well as the horizontal on the bottom. This is really quick and easy work.
Yeah, he takes out those blues because opportunity lets him, and then he only needs the 2 yellows. He's out at a 336.
Yeah,
And
not
Savage gets
over
a nice
yet. Nice
L
L clear
clear.
by Savage right there. Has very limited access to yellow viruses right now, but this also grants her the opportunity to set up some horizontals on the bottom of her board as well.
There's a nice bracket clear on that virus in the middle of her board. I like that. Bracket clears really mean you don't have to take as much drop time, really any drop time at all if you do it correctly. So I do like that from her. She's setting up for that drop clear at the bottom of her board. Good job.
Not a bad level 11 by any stretch of the imagination for Savage right now.
Mhm.
Probably about sub 2 minutes. But
And we can
Frank right
see
now is just
Frank doing
setting him
Frank
up.
things.
Yeah, Frank is doing Frank things, and he's setting himself up for a red-yellow dependency on column 3. And
But
while he's
if you
waiting for
watch,
that,
Frank
he's setting
is
up verticals on top of verticals.
Frank does that a lot. He is very, very extremely patient with everything to come to him. He does not give up on his combos easily. There's a nice sweet tea from him. He will wait it out and he will just stack 5 million combos on top because of how far down the board he sees.
It's almost a 30-second time difference between the two, though it would appear Frank has a substantial lead nonetheless. A
Frank
lot
out
of
at
red and blue going
527.
on. 527 is phenomenal coming out at 12. Frank really putting the pedal to the metal. He felt the pressure and now he is responding in kind.
Mm-hmm.
Frank trying to be careful not to
Oh,
create
nice
completing
drop
planes
combo
here.
from Savage. You could see her nodding her head. She really liked that one. There's another
Another
big drop
huge
combo from
drop combo
Frank.
from Frank, and another really good drop combo from Savage as well. Both players just playing at peak efficiency right now.
Yes, this is great to watch on both sides.
No more blue left on Savage's board. And those double blues, just throw them away. They're rubbish. You don't need them.
Yeah, exactly. Just toss them away. Don't look back. And now
Might be
she's got
might be
the
holding out
entire.
double
She
red
might
for
hold.
that column 3, but
Yeah, she'll
let's
get
see if
rid of
it
column
comes.
2 first, and then yeah, it doesn't come, so she takes the bottom first.
Yep, smart play.
That is 636.
So that's about a minute and 15-second difference. Frank is really
Frank
turning on
setting
the
up for an
heat.
L clear.
Frank just trying to chisel away at those hot times.
Oh, he's getting a slight bit of bad RNG. He wants that red down the first column. Oh, now he's getting a red
Now he's
blitz
got
that
a
he
double
wants.
red surge. That's a good placement for that red-yellow, though. It's going to drop down once he gets this horizontal right here.
Yep.
And just like that, Frank is going to be out in 748. So Savage is going to do what she can. It's probably too little too late, but she put up a heck of an effort.
Mm-hmm. She did. She played very, very, very well, especially against an opponent like Frank, who, like, I haven't really faced him, but he still, like, strikes fear into my heart. So Oh, she sets up
Savage
for another
setting
Frank
up the
clear.
Frank clear. Oh, give her the double blue. Or, excuse me, double yellow. Give her the double yellow. Just do it, game.
No mean. Stop being mean.
Oh, of course.
Is
Now she gets it.
Fatty.
Still, that's an awesome clear, but you know she wanted that just a little bit sooner.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like Savage is going to go ahead and finish this one out, and why not?
Mm-hmm. This has been a great showing from Savage. Nothing to be upset about at all, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
I know it can be heartbreaking, but she has played very, very well.
Oh, and she dropped down and
Oh.
lost her fat log opportunity. That's probably the only
You
real
could
disappointment of this match.
you could see it in her face too.
Oh, and she's so unhappy about the fat log that she's not going to finish out 13. But a great showing by Savage against one of the best there is. So that's the end of the first semifinal match, and we will be moving on to the second best of three semifinal shortly. This is the Dr. Mario Monthly February 2023 edition.
And welcome back to the semifinals of our January Dr. Mario Monthly speed run. My name is Larva12. I'm joined by our illustrious Betty B Plays G's. How are you today, Betty?
At least you didn't say notorious. I'm doing great. How are you doing, Larva?
I am doing very well. We have up for you right now, we're going to have our number 2 seed, Packie 619 versus our number 3 seed, Atalito. Anything you could tell me about these two, Betty?
Well, I am definitely looking forward to this. We were talking about in the booth that Atalito has yet to win his final, but he has made it to the semifinals for the past 7 months, I believe we talked about. So
Yes,
it is his time. It is his time. But Packie's not going to make it easy on him. He has, won multiple times in the past, and is one of our fastest speedrunners as well. So I am looking forward to this match.
I am too, and I also have for any of our stat heads in the audience, I do have some speedrun.com statistics. It might take me just a little bit to get through because there's a lot. But both of these players do post a lot of runs on speedrun.com. For Atalito, he is second place in NES 0 through 10, first place in 0 through 20. He's a world record holder there. He's fourth place in SNES 0 to 10, third place in SNES 0 to 20, first place in individual levels 0, 1, 6, 8, and 18, second place in individual levels 5, 16, and 20, and third place in individual levels 2, 4, 13, 14, 17, and 19.
Man, he loves the bracket. So
yeah, he likes to post a lot to speedrun. Packie is 7th in 0 to 10, 6th in 0 to 20, third in SNES 0 to 10, so he does have Atalito on that one, and 9th in 0 to 20 on SNES. Back to NES, he is first place in individual levels, just individual level 7, and third place in the individual level 9. So both of these guys are very, very seasoned speedrunners. We have readies and a 3, 2, 1 pills. And Atalito's out of the gate first.
Yeah. And a lot of red on his top line. I don't like the board that the doc chose to give him, but I don't make those decisions. But he's making some quick work trying to uncover and use that yellow as a horizontal to hopefully be able to still use the red and blues
There
to
we
drop down.
go.
And there he got
Sweet tea.
Absolutely. On Packie's side, though, he's making some good work and has a lot of double capabilities over on his end, and he's he's dropping things down and making things happen.
Packie does not really need a lot of yellow help right now. He really wants blue help. So, we'll
And
hope
besides that one red, he's primarily all blue, but he did make a hole there in the columns 2 and 3, so hopefully he can do some stuff under there with tucking.
Atalito has a lot of yellow and blue over on his side right now. He does have an 8 virus lead at this point.
And I see exactly what he's setting up. He wants that blue in column 2 to where it will just drop. It will set up another horizontal for that blue in column 3. And this is just beautiful playing. And look at this. And then he clears that, and now he's set up for a blue horizontal, free and clear. Oh my gosh.
Beautiful. That is beautiful. Absolutely.
My combo heart is just... It's wonderful. On Packie's side, he looks like he has that stack going in column 8 that is always hard to deal with because like you have to drill clears and those are not efficient for speed running.
It gets a nice semi-sweet tea. It gets rid of a bunch of that garbage.
Absolutely. And Atalito again is just setting up these wonderful horizontals that cascade into exactly what he needs. So he is making good work over on his side.
Yeah, he wants... Oh, there you go. Nice one. Oh, Packie's got that that combo over there. Sorry, my cat got up on my desk and I forgot what the name of the combo was, and then it was gone.
That's okay. On Atalito's side, he's again doing some wonderful combo play. You can tell he's going to be clearing that red horizontally, or that's what he's telling us. And hopefully the doc gives him what he needs, but he decided to just go a different route with that.
Yeah,
still setting up a good combo.
He didn't quite get what he wanted in the right order. So he decided to take some things out in a different order.
We are used to that here, aren't we?
Yeah, but especially Atalito is not afraid to put garbage on his own board.
Look at this. Oh, he decided.
I'm surprised he didn't take that L clear, because the L clear potentially could have comboed into something else as well.
And he'll need one more blue here. Yep, out at a 336.
Packie's down to 7 viruses on his board. Needs some more red help. Oh, I see what he was doing. For a second, I was wondering why he was doing what he was doing. It was setting up for a horizontal.
And he just needs a few more reds, and he is out at a 358. So he does have a little bit of time difference, of about 2 seconds there. So we'll be keeping track of that as well.
Nice horizontal from Packie there.
On Atalito's side, it looks like he's leaving that blue up top, so he's probably going to take that with a double blue to avoid any drop time, or make that the last pill that the last virus that he actually attempts for. We'll see what he does with that.
Yeah, he takes out the yellow for that combo. It gets a fat log. Some of it might not have necessarily been completely necessary, but he's set up for another fat log.
Now he's kind of waiting for that one pill now that he has those. Oh, well, he decided to not take that one pill and clear that blue ahead of time, which I'm
not so sure about that. Yeah, that did cause a lot of drop time, especially with his next box would have been showing that double blue, which would have been able to get rid of everything with no drop time.
Now, one thing I have noticed when watching Atalito before is he doesn't mind a little bit of trash. So
no, exactly.
He can make magic out of anything. So on Packie's side, though, again, those blues are now non-existent almost. He has a few and access to that one, but he might be waiting on that because you can see he can probably clear between those, and then nope. All right, never mind. The doc gave him only blues when he didn't need it. So
Atalito was out at a 336 into level 13.
that L.
And oh, that double yellow is going to help Packie.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see. He's maybe trying to set up for a... Nope. Okay. He's just going to clear those blues horizontally and then start trying to pack away at this... I said pack instead of peck. Trying to get away from all that.
Oh, but he is going to have this nice drop clear to get out at a 619. He's down by quite a number of viruses. I don't want to count that high right now. It's a Sunday. I don't have to
Math.
the work or count.
Killer savage.
So he does have quite a bit that he does need to make up if he wants to catch up to Atalito.
Yeah, but if anybody can do it, we know that Packie just turns on the afterburners and goes into some other realm with his
very true.
playstyle.
Packie was mentioning in the last game about Frank hulking up, and I was thinking, but Packie, that's your move. You're the one who hulks up.
And yeah, so both players are still attacking their boards. Packie has made this a 12 virus game, and again, he still does have that timer advantage of 2 seconds. So we will see what happens here. But
we get that drop L from Atalito.
Atalito just needing 2 more reds, so it looks like this first game is going to be to Atalito, and it is. So GG's both, and once Packie sees, he normally, I think, goes ahead and resets, but we'll let him finish if he wants. Because normally once he's in the mode of the level, he doesn't look back. He just goes. Mm-hmm. And you can see he doesn't really want to. There, good job. He's going to take those reds horizontally. Just a few more.
The reds horizontally. And now all he needs is some blue, and he'll be out.
Here we go. All right, 8:37. Great time.
GG's to both of our players.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Larva, cover your ears.
I saw it. John Dat Flindo with another pun. Not as great as the last one.
You know how much I love puns.
I know you love puns.
Oh, so good.
We have readies from both of our players.
Already, man. They want to hop right back into it, and both of these players know their games, so they don't need any sort of breather. They just need to play like we know they know how to. So,
well, Atalito wants to be done as soon as possible. It is 2:21 in the morning where he lives. So
you're our global timer over there, aren't you?
I mean, there are apps for that.
All right, and Packie having some blues to deal with, because if he lets that fly, it's going to be a ton of drop time. He did decide to take it, but that did cause, a lot of time just watching those tick away.
Yeah, but Packie does not mind drop time, especially if it gets rid of a lot of garbage on his board. And now he gets a very badly timed red blitz.
And on Atalito's side, again, he is playing the under game. I love watching how far he can see in advance because he's looking all the way down that board to see what he can set up um, to win horizontal clears that he can just clean up. So it's wonderful to see.
Yeah, he's probably gonna take. Yep, he's gonna take that red out horizontally.
And then look at Packie's setup. His setup, he drops that red in column 3, or no, sorry. Yeah, column 3. I know columns. Once he drops that, it's going to clear up so many viruses. Watch this. It's going to be beautiful.
Wow,
He did it perfectly. So good. So
that's
good, Packie.
beautiful.
And then maybe he's waiting to clear those to get the T clear. There we go. And then now he's free and clear to get these blues in a horizontal way. So, and he will be out here. One more blue. Come on, Doc. There we go at a 159.
And Atalito's out of the 202. They are neck and neck. Packie clearing away basically the way for him to get that those reds horizontally, but Packie doesn't always play a horizontal game like some of the rest of us think.
Yeah, he actually
He
missed a horizontal opportunity right there when you said that. So
yeah, he plays a little bit more straightforward up and down. Whereas I know you and Atalito love your horizontal game.
we do. It's just it's beautiful. It's a beautiful way of thinking because it's like chess. You're not just looking
Mhm.
at what you're putting down, you're looking at that next step forward. And Adelito definitely shows that in every play he does. So it's a joy to watch a combo player like me. I get so excited.
Um, Packie really does not have any need for blues. He only has 2 more on his board, and one of them's pretty
Oh, look at this.
buried.
Yeah, and that red again, kind of high up. Well, again, you mentioned he doesn't mind the drop. Oh, well, look at this. Oh, wow,
Oh,
Packie.
I did not know what he was doing, and I thought he'd made a misdrop, but it looked pretty intentional, and he didn't
Yeah.
react to it, so I was unsure. That was very intentional, folks.
And that's what you get when you've played this game for a long while and you just see those advanced plays where, oh yeah, I could throw this away because I don't have a need for it right now. Or I could set up for this amazing clear
And
that,
Atalito does the exact same thing over on the
yep,
other side.
yep,
Packie's out at a 348.
this is an advanced
Atalito's
play,
just
y'all.
waiting for a yellow. He's out at a 405.
Here it is.
Sweet tea.
Beautiful. And I like the way Packie decided not to actually tuck that red as to not cause trash to be made. So that was a really good play on his end. I think I'm going to pick that up for my own my own game. So definitely when you watch people play this game, you learn so much. Larva, you've said it so
Mhm.
many times in the past. Just if you're a new player, you want to get in on this madness that we call the Dr. Mario Monthly. Definitely just watch a few of our players. They play it all the time. We love this game. So watch it,
Mhm.
learn from it, ask us questions because we
Yeah.
also are very friendly
Yes.
community. So
Also very friendly, yes. Um, Almost anybody who plays Dr. Mario will love that you also like the game and want to play. There's none of the oh, you need to be a certain level. No, we don't care. We just like that you like the game.
yeah, so addendum to we usually like the game. There we go.
You
So
always like the game.
sure. All right, and for our competitors though, it looks like Adelita might be setting up for more horizontal play, and but Packie is down to one last red on this level, and then he's into the final at a 535, I think it was. So
534.
34, okay. But really breaking away at this, and Adelito went for that instead, so he could hopefully get those blues horizontally, and he's setting up
Oh,
for it.
wonderful.
Yep. And here we go. He's out at a 558. Oh, look at sweet tea.
Packie with that sweet tea.
We like our names for things over here. You'll find that out pretty pretty quickly too. Where's the paninis?
No, paninis are bad. A panini, if you don't know, is the opposite of a D sandwich. So a D sandwich, you take the meat out of the viruses. So basically, you make it easier to clear with a single or only 2 pills. And then a panini is when you misplace at that time. Nobody wants a panini.
It looks like there's Packie is like breaking away here. He is making more of a lead of this game, and so and Atalito just made a wonderful horizontal to clear up the trash. I'm just going back and forth like a tennis match with these guys, and it is just wonderful to watch. And it looks like oh my gosh, I just can't do this. It's such good play. This high level play that we get from the semifinals, and even like all of our gold bracket people, it's wonderful to watch.
And Packie's gonna be out at 7:31.
Congratulations to Packie for punching back, I guess.
Adelito's not far behind though. He just has those reds.
I think
Oh,
he
and he's
saw
gonna
and
top out. He's gonna top out. So these two players have Packie and Atalito have faced each other before once, but that was way back in April of last year. Packie did take that round. He took that game in a sweep, but Atalito has since just really grown as a player. He's gotten the 0-20 world record. He was in the finals of the end of year speed tournament last year. So this is a very different match. We have readies and a 3, 2, 1 and pills.
just off the bat, it looks like Atalito has a much more condensed board, which normally helps with not having as much drop time. But we'll see how Packie actually deals with his board. And Atalito chose to to clear some stuff so he didn't take any trash. But
yeah, I was wondering about that decision. Oh, he drops that. What? That great vision from Atalito. I couldn't see it. I'm glad
now
he
just
did.
blues on his side. Whereas Packie is the hot dog show over here, which we like to call the reds and yellows hot dogs when we get all those pills, and that's all he's needing right now. And but he's making some tuck plays to not waste those blues that are coming to him.
And both of these players do play on high speed, so that makes a lot of the tucking and very fast plays that they do even more of, I'm not sure if spectacle's the right word, but it's
amazing to watch. Yes,
it's very hard to do. Yes, it's very good to watch and very hard to do at those high speeds. And I believe both of them can also swim at on high speed, which is amazing in my eyes.
Yeah, Flindo is our captain of the swim club, right?
Oh, Packie did not like how that was placed, but he does have an opportunity on the right side of that. Oh, he's gonna try to take those in a fat log.
Atalito out at a 202, so he's the first into the next level. And this red, or I would have used that double red in column 2 to prepare for the clearing of the yellow, because right now he's going to have to clear that red now. Whereas if he would have put that double red, it would have helped him out a little bit. But it actually didn't affect him because Doctor didn't give him a yellow until right then when he cleared it. So sometimes the Doctor does have foresight. Sometimes.
I don't know about that.
And
Atalito
Atalito
playing a
Yeah.
little
Look at this.
great move, but it also was very, very high up on his board, which makes some of us very nervous. He takes a lot of drop time with that one yellow piece.
Oh, look at this. He's going to de-sandwich and then clear those blues right away. That was wonderful on Atalito's side. On Packie's side, the lack of access to blue is again disconcerting, concerning me but he's making great work at it. But yeah, that's gonna cause some trash.
Yeah. And some people will wait for the perfect pill. Packie will not.
But look at
He
this.
will not
No
wait
more
for the perfect
trash.
pill.
No more
There is
trash on
zero
his board.
There is zero trash on his board.
But when we were looking over at him, Atalito is now added a 348. So again, he is now he's taking a swing back and making more of a lead for himself.
He doesn't have a lot of red on his top line, but he does have some right underneath his top line that he can have quick access to.
There we go. Packie really wanted to get that yellow in there before taking this drop clear because he wanted to make sure he could clear those yellows. So that was a really good priority for Packie, but he just needs a couple more reds to get out of this level 11.
He needs one. He prioritized that pretty well. Good job, Packie.
Yeah, that was great. But Atalito has about 21 virus lead on Packie right now. And Packie needing a lot of red, maybe a red surge, Doc?
I don't know. You're not Sarah.
I know.
I don't know if you can speak that into existence. Sarah, do you want to join commentary and give your blessing?
I bet she's good. But yeah, so Atalito now down to 12 viruses and Packie down to 28, just tearing away at this board. And you can see he's setting up for a clear here. Now, one thing that he could have done as well is flipped those viruses in 7 and 8 and then started again even going further and looking further down there. But Packie does a really straightforward drop down style and he does it well. So
yeah,
Atalito out at I guess 552 around there. So he again is keeping the lead going here.
Oh, and he's gonna get a nice L clear right there.
I'm just watching these two. You get mesmerized.
He wants to take both the blues and the yellow out horizontally, which is a little tough when they're right next to each other. But with just a little bit of garbage, he makes it work.
Atalito gonna work on the little bit of trash he had. Yep, there we go. Making some really efficient plays on his side to have 0 trash, and he's probably gonna set that up. Yep. He's doing some great plays, and I'm loving all the setup he's doing.
Packie's setting up. There he goes. It's not everything he needs.
Yep, needs to tuck up yellow. He did great. And he's added a 703.
So Atalito down to 16 viruses. This is, I would say, almost insurmountable. But Packie's gonna try to do as much as he can.
I really like Adelito's play to not tuck the yellows in all the way, because if he did, oh my gosh, and he got exactly what he needed.
Wonderful.
Oh man,
That was
this
beautiful.
is just next level, next level. And he's going to want to take those blues horizontally in order to let everything drop into play, and decides to actually do a clear here. Oh my gosh, and he has everything else set up that he needs. Wow. Beautiful. Out at a 753 with a massive combo. GG's to Atalito, and he's taking game 3 in this matchup.
Very, very fast from Atalito. It's not a hot time, but it's very, very close.
And we'll see if Packie notices and tops out, or if he's going to finish off his match here. Adelita's just going to go on with 14 just to give us a show, I guess.
Oh no, there's a. Oh, what were they practicing earlier? I can't remember the name of it. Savage, if you remember the name of whatever they were doing, please let me know, because I don't remember what it is. Yes, thank you, John. Blinking. I don't know what that
that's
is or how
right.
that works.
Yeah, the active blinking is the capability of getting over 2 columns instead of 1 with a certain key input. You can read more about it in our Dr. Mario Discord, which I've been told I am behind on promoting. So there you go. The link is in the chat. So definitely check us out. We do a lot of technical discussions. So it's not just all gameplay. It is, technical discussions. We do have versus play there. And we just have a lot of fun. We have puzzles that Atalito has been creating for us that have been fun to solve. So check out the action. We do more than just play this game. We talk about this game.
And then we play this game on Thursdays.
Yes, weekly checkups and monthly checkups for versus play on Fightcade. Please join the fun. We would love to have you.
And we have our quarterly Virus Buster League. We got Readies and 3-2-1 pills. Atalito first out of the gate. And then Packie only a couple seconds later. Packie does need to win. He needs to win this one in order to stay in the game.
And get us to a decider. We love our deciders here in chat.
Great drop from Atalito. Oh, I think he misplaced that. He didn't know where it was going, and then by the time he could figure it out, it was a little too late.
It might actually help him out with his horizontal game style of getting those reds horizontally. So it might not be a misplay on his side, or if it was, he can make stuff out of it. So we'll see how that goes. And on Packie's side, the red wall over there, nothing but red. And the doctor gave him one single pity double red. Come on, Doc. You can do better. But we'll see how this actually shakes out. He's trying to set up a lot of different things here, and I'm not...
He's going to have to build up if he wants that that yellow.
Oh, here it is. This is what he was waiting for.
There you go.
Yep. But yeah, while we looked away, Atalito is now just needing a few more reds to get out of this level at a 135. So again, hitting first and getting on to the next level. And Packie is still kind of there's a lot of trash on his board, but and it's covering up a lot of things that he needs right now.
Yeah, and that's not usually how Packie plays, but I do think some of it was just what he was given.
Yep. And that's what normally happens. And even the best player with bad RNG, you can't do anything. So it happens to the best of us, and this game is brutal. So
Yeah. Atalito with a nice just big combo clear.
oh man, he's setting up for that L. He's like, yeah, I could have done a horizontal, but why wait? Or why not? Let's wait for the big one.
Yeah.
Here's a tier.
Why set up for something little when you can set up for something big?
And there's
He's gonna
another
get another T clear. Atalito's just
what a clean
flying
board
through this. Yes, and a very,
such
very
an
clean
even
board.
top line. Both of them are keeping such an even top line, and that really does help in the long run of being able to do some really good plays without that much drop time. So it's something to strive for when you are playing this game, is keeping that nice even top line.
Yes. We do talk about top lines a lot, but it is important.
I bet Packie wanted to actually turn that, but maybe not. But he's cleaning up, and he's doing so well with the undertucks and just making sure that he is free and clear after everything.
Yeah,
that no trash is dropping anywhere.
He can take that. Come
on, Doc.
Give him a red. There we go. He's out at a 341.
But Atalito already making quick work of this level 12. He is has about a 20 virus lead, and that's that's not insurmountable, but it is a lot in when you talk about these levels. So
yeah, it is a lot. Again, yeah, it's not insurmountable, but it's almost insurmountable when you're talking about a player the caliber and the level of Atalito.
But then we also have on the other side the caliber of Packie, and we all know, do not discount him for 1 second. That was a wonder. Oh my gosh, the forethought and the play that Atalito puts into this. I'm even having trouble to catch up. He's doing some great work over there. Whereas Packie now, again, needs nothing but one color. The doc continues to just be giving him some really not nice boards, but he's making good work of it. He's down to 15. Atalito's down to 9. So he is catching up in terms of the
Atalito's at 4. Because he just had a pretty monster clear.
Yeah, and that's one thing you'll learn, or you'll see when Atalito plays, is you'll see his virus count just plummet because his combos just got done. So he'll go from 60 to 0 in no time.
And Atalito already into 13. Oh, Packie with the head scratch. He's unhappy. Again, he's most likely cursing the doc and RNG.
But I'm really liking the way he's deciding what he's going to play, because that was the doc is just not giving him the pill that he wanted at the time that he wanted it, and so he's making do with what he has. He's still going to get a combo out of here, possibly. Oh, there's a red pill I did not see. That was hiding on me. A red virus.
Yeah, and it's a little bit buried, and now he's just getting a red blitz that he does not need.
Okay, so he's going to need to clean this blue.
He does need to clear that blue, either the blue or the yellow.
Yep, he is not happy. But Atalito down to 26 viruses on his side, having a mountain of yellow to deal with, but you can see that he's going to probably be, yep, I was like, he's going to be taking those yellows to drop things down. And he didn't take it in the way that I thought, that would have left minimal trash. But again, when he's this far ahead, sometimes you don't have to worry about plays that maybe you don't feel comfortable making. a
Mhm.
mistuck though on his side. I believe he wanted that to go over one more on his column 3.
He
But
clears it
again,
away, and then also clears away that yellow garbage he could have dropped down, but I think he just didn't want to deal with it.
mhm. And he probably sees that he's far ahead and doesn't need to maybe make some more trash for him in the long run. So down to 1 virus, just needing 1 more red, and he will be out of this and go on to the finals. And there it is at a 734.
A 734 for 10 to 13 puts Atalito in 13th on our hot times. And, like we say, not much you can do against the hot time.
GG's to both players. That was not the final match that Packie was wanting. I know we could all see it. And so
Yeah,
um,
and he might have rage quit his stream.
I feel that.
I also feel that. So GG's to Atalito. We're gonna give you a couple minutes to stretch, get some water, maybe practice a little bit, and then for our finals, it will be Frank versus Atalito. We will have a completely international finals. So we'll bring that to you in a couple minutes. This is the Dr. Mario Championship.
And welcome back, everybody. We are here at the Dr. Mario Championship, and we're getting ready for our finals match here. And I am joined with Packie in the booth. Welcome back, Packie.
Thank you very much, Betty. And regardless of my display of frustration earlier, I can assure you that my controller is still intact.
That's good. We were all worried about that, first of all.
Yeah. But that aside, Atalito is an awesome competitor, and he has truly earned this finals match against Frank. And I really look for. I know I wish I was there, but I am looking forward to seeing this one because this is going to be a titanic matchup right here.
Yeah, we are all on the edge of our seats to see who is going to take this matchup. Frank is, again, a very seasoned person here and takes a lot of games, doesn't really lose a lot. So we will see who takes this match. And it looks like, oh, Frank says, give me a minute. So we'll take just a pause here, waiting for those readies from our opponents, or our players here. And correct me if I'm wrong, but they have met before, and Frank did take that match. If I'm
Let me double check that really quick. I'm having a little
I
bit of
had
an
it
issue
up
with
and
my
then I
tab
closed
my
it.
tab organization here.
Our people in
Right.
chat can probably let us know sooner. Oh, and there
He
was a
has met
swim.
with Atalino 3 times.
3.
In June of last year, he swept Atalito in round 2. Then the very next month, he faced Atalito in the semis and won 3-2. And then in October of 2022, he swept Atalito in the finals 3-0. So these two have met before, but have they met when Atalito was at the peak of his powers? That is the question.
Oh, look at this. Wow. And before, Adelito actually did a swim. So for all you new players who are asking what a swim is, just look back at this practice. And it's when he kind of did he moved the pill over and also flipped it at the same exact time. And it's a next level play, and it's really neat when you can actually get it to work in your favor.
We got
And we have
readies, we got 3, we got 2, we got 1, we got pills, and we're off to the races in game 1 of the finals. This level block is 14 through 17. The viruses are a lot more tightly packed. Looks like Atalito's playing for a horizontal on those reds.
And it looks like he's going to wait for it. But the doctor's not giving him that red that he needs. He's still not going to take it. He is waiting for that red, but eventually, he's going to need to make
This is
something
deja
happen
vu
there.
all
There
over.
we
Oh,
go.
nice little triple no drop clear that he dropped into right there after that horizontal red clear.
And again, he's going to be taking that red horizontally to let those yellows drop. On Frank's side, massive clear of like 6 viruses all at once. I don't know how he does it, but he does.
Looks like both players have a bit of a right side of the board situation going on here. Atalito's is going to be pretty easily cleaned out. If he gets a double red, he can get a sweet tea in column 6 as well.
And you will see a difference in the speed that these players choose to play. Frank is our medium player, and Atalito plays on high. The difference, besides just the amount of speed that happens with the drop of the pills, is the ability to do those tucks and maneuver. But as you've seen in the previous game, Atalito has no problem with doing that at high speed.
Yeah, Atalito, one of the most important fundamentals to speed running in general is your movement. And Atalito and Frank have just this quick twitchy movement with their pills when they just need to get them off to the side. That makes it much and those few frames that you save, if you keep saving those frames over and over again, they really add up over time.
Absolutely.
213 for Atalito
Yep.
going out of level 14. Frank just needs a yellow and a red, and he's going to be out as well at a 218. So close match early on.
Absolutely. And a little bit of trash that dropped on Adelito's side on that column 8, and he's going to clear it and just leave it to deal with later. And that's sometimes the best thing to do, is just get it out of your sight and just keep on moving on.
Yeah, he might have wanted to horizontal that garbage. Unfortunately, that double blue he needed to do that came a little bit too late. So let's see what his play is here. It looks like he's going to just drop down the horizontal and get all the garbage out of the way.
Mm-hmm. And decides to actually work with the trash instead of clearing. So that seems to be his MO, since he's done that in previous matches as well. But trash sometimes keeps you from doing other moves, so sometimes a better option.
That was a nice drop combo from Atalito there. So
On
far,
Frank's side, he's actually doing some wonderful work keeping his top line. And look at all these double opportunities he has. Like, he has a different variety of colors everywhere he looks. So definitely making some good work into keeping that color variety.
It looks like he's trying to play the long game and get the horizontal on those 2 blues in columns 1 and 2. The
Ooh.
problem is now he has to get himself out of some blue and yellow garbage in order to get to that play.
And there he is.
And there we go. Nice drop combo to clear it all up.
And there was a swim to get that blue in the spot where he could actually do an L there.
Love those drop combos from Atalito right now. But Frank is already down to 2 viruses and just needs a handful of blue to get out of here.
And it looks like he is going to get out first. Oh my gosh.
As soon as Doc stops giving them reds.
Oh, the red surges. They hurt.
Oh, the deja vu.
They hurt. But there we go. He's out at a 435.
Still an excellent time for 14 and 15.
And Atalito, I'm not sure how he's going to clear that yellow over there, because right now he does have Okay, he's going to take it from above
Yeah.
because the way the pills fell, he
Yeah.
couldn't clear that red. So he did perfect. Added a 502.
Yeah, that was the way he played it at the end. He could get reds to clear up the horizontal, or he could use blues to clear up the vertical.
Mm-hmm. And it's all with the pills that come. So always be watching that next pill that's coming, because you'll probably see a play that you're like, oh, why'd they do that? But then you'll see the next pill that's available, and you'll understand why. It's really neat to watch people make those micro adjustments when they're like, oh, I have a double coming. So always be watching that.
Absolutely. Atalito with some great garbage management early in this level 16. Had a big horizontal clear that just dropped everything right back into place.
Now on
Doesn't
Frank's
have a
side,
whole lot of places to play yellow right now, but looks
but you
like
can see he's
he's
he's building up for it. He's not going to let those yellows just go to waste, and so you can see he's ready for it.
gonna go ahead and take the blue horizontal and then the red horizontal.
On Frank's side, he has nothing but red, as far as you can see. There is a couple splashes of the blues and the yellows, but he's needing a lot of red to deal with this level and break through. Like
A nice
it.
diverse top line for Frank at the top of his 16.
Mm-hmm. I'm not quite sure if he wanted to actually use those blues to drop down, because that did cause a little bit of trash on his column too. But whenever you think Frank did a mistake, he didn't. You're
Yeah,
wrong.
you never know what he's actually thinking until you actually see his play come into fruition.
All right, and so
Look how
decided to
clean
clear
this
that.
endgame is.
Mm-hmm.
Could eat
Both of
prime
them are
rib
just
off of it.
both of them are making really good work. Atalito on his side gonna clear all these reds at once and then have the blue to clear. And they're both out at the same time on the screen, but Frank does have about a 4-second uh, advantage on that.
And then a double yellow rush on Frank's board to start his 17. That can
And
be
no
really
yellow.
precarious when you run out of red or yellow viruses to play with.
Mm-hmm. This is one of those times when you're like, why, doctor?
Frank really needs some red help to start digging through this board, but look at Adelito's board. There is something going terribly wrong with this, and he's
Oh,
going to
top
top
out
out on
strat.
17.
I don't know if that was a strat, or it didn't look like it with how much time was being wasted at the top there. So this is just a natural top up, but both of them are pretty early on this board, so it's not as devastating.
Yeah, that's given Frank the opportunity to take a 10 virus lead, but it's still early in this level, and now Adelito could use some red help, and he's gotten some.
Because that does reset
Oh,
the board
nice
for
L
him.
clear setup here.
He has a completely new board when that happens. So, and this one I don't like as much. So, definitely probably did not want to do that.
Adelito still has a bunch of garbage on his board, but he's managed to close the gap back down to 2 viruses from the dozen or so that it was just a moment ago.
And there was a combo that, or a short stack that Frank could have gotten, and he decided not to go for it. I'm wondering if that was intentional or not. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he does with that. Those reds in column 6.
You got to believe he's holding out for those blues on the right hand side of his board.
Yep.
He's got a lot of places to put blues right now. Decides to take one of the. Oh, okay, there we
Wow.
go. He's got it.
Massive drop clear over on Adelito's side.
Adelito surging through this 17, trying to hold Frank off in game one.
Has officially taken the lead in terms of viruses, but again, Frank has that time difference, so that might be the difference that we need here.
Yeah, briefly hamstrung by a lack of appropriate colors, it looks like Frank has retaken the lead, and he is just about finished.
That was
Atalito really needing some yellow help at the end of this game.
on Frank's side. I think he meant to play those pills in the opposite direction. So now they're going the right way. So now he'll be able to clear that blue, as I bet he was intending to. There we go. And down to just needing one more
Frank
yellow.
is just one yellow fragment away from clinching game one, and Doc is finally going to give it to him. As
10:35.
Atalito getting some rough RNG at the end of 17, not getting enough yellow to finish off his board, and now 2 double yellows when he no longer needs them. Go figure.
I mean, just think though, with a top out and the time that adds to that, a 10:56 is wonderful to come back from that. And so GG's on both accounts, but Frank takes that first game.
A wild game one here in the finals in February 2023.
Frank getting his hands warm, keeping them warm, so he can continue playing at the lightning speeds that he does. Atalito looking comfy over there too. Don't fall asleep, buddy. You still got a couple more games to play.
He almost looks asleep the way I'm looking at it. 3-2-1 pills. We are go for game two. Atalito's board, a little light on red viruses early on.
And Frank is making a lot of double setups, so but now needing primarily blue, and the doc giving him anything but.
Looks like Atalito's holding out for a double red. Now he looks like he might try to manufacture one with red yellows if he can get that. But here's one, and here's the other one. Here's the T clear, and then the double no drop. Well, not double no drop, but 2 simultaneous clears rather.
And again, needing another double red for column 6 if he wants to get those in a T. So, sometimes it pays off when you actually. Oh, he didn't even
Nice
need it.
drop
Never mind.
log there by Atalito.
Beautiful. And everything is just falling into place on his board. Whereas on Frank's side, he is trying to make way through these blues and these yellows, and the doctor is giving him what he wants, but trying to figure out where to play him best.
I don't think Atalito meant to put that double yellow there, but it looks like it's not going to be too inconvenient to deal with, because now he has an in-between clear for the blues, which is ultimately just going to cost him some drop time, but still, he conveniently got just the right pills he needed to clear everything out.
And the difference between these two that I've noticed is, Frank is a minimal drop time player. So, if he sees something that will cause a little bit of drop time, sometimes he forgoes that in order to plan for a different move if he has the capability to. So, whereas Atalito takes just massive combos and maybe a little bit more drop time.
Both players with really strong times coming out of 14. It's what you like to see out of the two of the top 3 0 through 20 runners in this game.
And actually, if anybody's interested in these hot times we keep talking about, we do have a web page where we track all of the hot times for our players. And so we have it for all level brackets, so silver and gold. And definitely check that out if you are at all interested or seeing where your times might measure up.
Looks like a little bit of color dyslexia on the part of Atalito. Flipped that pill the wrong way. He manages to clean it up pretty quickly, but that's going to cost him a little bit. While Frank maintains an 8 virus lead at this point.
And you can see on Atalito's board that he has that kind of cavern or hole on column 6, and so that will probably cause some drop time when he does end up tackling that, unless he can build up something to avoid that. And that's why we talk about those even top lines so much, is because when you don't have them, or if there's a hole in play, it really does take time for those pills to drop. And you probably know the math, Packie, but it's some amount of time per level that it drops.
Yes, about a quarter of a second per row of drop time, which means 4 rows will be 1 full second. And those seconds, they add up over time.
They do. Atalito preparing for this. Oh, I love when that little tuck there, because do not waste that yellow pill is what he said. And that was a wonderful, wonderful play.
Let's see if he tries to clean all this out horizontally. Yep. He decides to go with the horizontals, and if he gets a red-yellow, he's going to be... Oh, this is just a perfect setup right here. Now he's just a couple of yellow fragments away from being out of 15.
Yeah, that did drop the yellow that he needed in order to clear that yellow virus, but he just needed one more and he was out. But Frank beat him to the punch here, and so pretty even on this level 16.
And not much difference between each player right now. Looks like Atalito's going to play for the horizontal and is going to drop that right in and get that other horizontal clear. And now it looks like what he might need to do is try to build up to that horizontal clear on the yellows. He's pretty much set up for it, and then bang, there it is.
And Frank now looking for breaking through this barrier that he has with these reds. And causing a little bit of trash trying to clear it, but that blue he didn't want to drop, but he had to take it. And one thing he's doing though now is planning for the next combo past the combo that he already is setting up for. It's a wonderful play. I first found it on his channel, and I've done that myself. So really good foresight there. Watch this. Beautiful.
Pretty much a dead heat at this point. There's a 4-second difference in the timers, but not much difference in terms of viruses. Atalito managing to hang in there against a really good player in Frank.
And both of them needing some blues and reds. Atalito clearing some trash, which is always a good thing. So if you can take a virus along with it, that's great.
Love this play by Atalito, and just a nice little sequence right there, and just makes it so easy to clean out all this garbage.
Yeah, Atalito has a bunch of opportunities that he's provided, but because of the way that he plays. So he's definitely not wasting any pill halves on his side. And Frank is actually, like, Atalito is now in the lead. So if he can keep this going into level 17, that is great for him to get this round 2, or this level 2.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is at least true for me, but it's probably true for most Dr. Mario players. When I wish someone good luck in a match, what I really mean is I don't want them to get screwed by RNG.
Right.
Because you want to see people playing at like top speed all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That makes for great matches.
Yeah, you want them to be able to get the pills that they need just a little bit slower than you, right?
Well, sure, but that's not quite what I meant.
I know. I'm just kidding.
I know.
But Atalito now making quick work. There's 30 virus difference between these two players, but just needing blue, and again a very uneven top line. So there will be some drop time in here. So we'll see how that affects the results. But I wonder if he wanted to
Yeah,
No,
I
he did
think
it.
he meant to flip that the other way, but it's not really a catastrophic mistake to make.
Yep, and he's already cleared it up. So on Frank's side, needing now, normally that left-hand side, you normally don't want to let that stay too long because most players won't be able to handle that at higher speeds. But we're talking Frank here. He can get over to that left-hand side a lot longer through the level than most of us can.
Trader says, for 30 virus difference, that's about 4 seconds, right? It's like, yeah, that sounds about right.
With these players too. But Atalito's down to just 10 viruses, so I mean this is wonderful work. Needing just blues and reds, so and of course it's gonna give yellows and yellows. But here we go. Decided not to take that. Gonna take the
Oh, I
slower
like this play
approach,
by
but yeah,
Atalito,
this
setting
is
up
great.
the lightning log and then the final drop clear, and
Beautiful.
that he's out at 9:15. What a
Wow.
phenomenal time!
Pull up those hot times while we're
That is number 3 on the hot times
wow.
list for the finals.
GG's. And watch this
Let's see
play
if
from
Frank
Frank.
decides to finish out this level 17 here. He's got good setups. He's got a couple of double clear opportunities for all his yellow viruses. And he's all set up with the blue on the bottom there. Now he just needs a couple of yellow fragments and he's out.
At a 10-11.
10 minutes and 11 seconds.
Wow, a number 3 time. Great job, Atalito. Keep that speed going into this next level.
Right now, the benchmark for a hot time in the finals is basically sub 10.
Good to know. Because I plan on getting into the finals sometime soon.
Do it. We've got 2 readies, we got the countdown, and we got pills dropping on Atalito's side to start game 3 of the finals.
And I like Frank's color diversity a little bit more, but again, most of them are starved for red access. But they're
Yeah,
making
diversity of pills is one thing, and diversity of viruses is another.
very true. And you wish those line up.
Yeah, it would be nice. It doesn't always work that way.
Now Frank needing nothing but yellow. So that color change on his board. Hopefully the doc gives him some yellow to work with here.
He's going to manufacture a double blue to trigger this L clear into a big drop combo.
And dropping a whole lot of trash on Adelito's side, but it does build up a nice platform for him to get this T into dropping and clearing more trash. So sometimes it's good to do that.
Nice little lightning bolt for Atalito on the left-hand side of his board. Looks like he's going to go for an L clear. And he's going to get just what he needs to do it.
I really like Frank's setups. He's really trying to make his board free and clear that he can literally get any virus at any time. So he keeps a very clean board. And look at this. He's setting up for being able to clear those blues all horizontally and then have free range of all of his other pills or viruses.
I like that he took that 0 drop clear on the right-hand side before he took the big horizontal down the middle. because he knew he had more than enough to trigger it. Looks like Atalito's going to get a drop.
Wow.
Wow, that is a gigantic cross.
And he's probably going to be, waiting for this yellow-red. But Frank, on the other hand, is out of his level 14 and into 15 already.
Yeah, these elaborate setups might have slowed Atalito down a little bit, but he's just about out of level 14. There he goes.
But isn't it just beautiful to watch?
Oh yeah, it's watching giant combos drop in Dr. Mario is just super satisfying.
Oh, look at this. Look
Oh,
at this
look at that
foresight.
play right
I
there.
saw it and I couldn't verbalize it in the amount of time it took him to just set it off. This
Ooh.
is just next level.
Just like that, he's playing a little dangerously with the middle of his board.
Yeah, don't top out. Don't top out. He won't,
fine.
but there we go.
Leviticus, your check will be in the mail tomorrow.
It's fine. It's fine. And I'm just wanting this for him, this cross of all those yellows on his side. Whereas Frank is now like blasting away at this level. He is down and leading by 18 viruses. So you look away and then it completely changes.
It's going to completely change as soon as this big T
Oh,
drops.
wow. Yep.
Now it's
Like we said, Atalito just destroys all the viruses in one fail combo.
I love these big combos that he's doing right now, man. I really do.
Mm-hmm. Now maybe I would have dropped that red that pill half into column 7 to set up for a L clear, but still he's doing really good work on Atalito's side in just keeping a clean board, and but Frank only needing a yellow and a red to end this, and now just a yellow added a 421.
Very nice job by Frank. He's really ripping through this level block so far. Atalito looks like he's going for the Frank style clear on the left-hand side of his board, and he specifically needs a red yellow to do that, and there it is.
Got what he needed.
And now he's one. Oh, interesting that he didn't actually take the vertical clear there.
Probably trying to wait to have as many possibilities of clearing those as possible. On Frank's side, he has some setups going, but needs some red help to do it. And we'll see if the doctor
Oh,
provides.
look at that big clear by Atalito right there.
Oh, I missed it. Oh, and the doctor gave him the double blue.
Wow.
Exactly what he needed.
Fortune smiles upon thee, Atalito. Goes ahead and just forces the horizontal and takes out the viruses as soon as he can. Sometimes that's smart because you don't want to wait for the perfect pill when you don't have any other plays.
Mm-hmm.
Atalito right now is facing a lack of blue access.
And here's a wonderful drop clear for Frank as well. Just doing really well with these reds that double reds when now he doesn't need much red. So those can stop, and they did.
A 9 virus difference at the moment. Frank has just had a blazing hot run so far. Atalito doing really well to keep up with him. Looks like Atalito might be going for a horizontal play on that yellow garbage. Well, maybe not.
So Frank's setup at the bottom of the board, he actually did something that I thought was a misplay, but it was to take all the yellows out at one time instead of needing more yellow halves. So sometimes foregoing clearing something is actually the better move. And so Frank does that quite a bit when I watch him, and I learn each time maybe to be more patient.
A nice job by Atalito taking his time to clear up the garbage in between for the in-between clear on those yellow viruses at the end of 16. Right now it's about a 6 virus advantage for Frank.
And he also does have the 5-second time advantage, so likely a little bit more than that, too. I'm not quite sure if he intended to put those yellows in column 2, but he's clearing those up and continuing on.
Yeah, Saros, the start of level 17 is when you really gotta be a little more careful because a misdrop early in 17 can be pretty catastrophic.
Oh, watch this.
Atalito this time around has managed to handle it quite well.
And you can see he's just down pressing so much to try and keep in this game. And that's one thing when you are down in the virus count that you definitely need to be watching for. Making sure you're keeping pressing down as much as you can.
Yep. Atalito is trying to close this gap at the end of this run. It's going to be tough sledding because Frank is still on fire. Frank has no blue viruses left, however.
Nice drop there by Atalito. But Frank is just destroying. So he got exactly what he needed, the double yellow to get out at a 9:02. Wow, swinging back with a wonderful time. Wow.
That 902 is number 1.
Yeah, I was about to say if Atalito is number 3, that is more than number 3. I know that
Yes,
much.
it is.
Math.
Well, Atalito's is number 4 now.
Yeah.
But another great time to see. And game 3 goes to Frank, who takes a big time 2-1 series lead against Atalito.
Wow. This is just great playing. Aren't we all winning in chat because we get to watch this? I don't need to get to the finals, I just need to watch them.
I mean, this is a treat. These are 2 of the top 3 on the planet as far as speedrunning is concerned.
People are calling for predictions. I will leave that to the powers that be if they want to do that. But we have a ready from Frank.
My prediction? Pain.
That's what we get for playing this game, huh, Packie?
Yeah, I just wanted to make the Rocky 3 reference.
Oh. And we have a ready from Atalito.
We've got readies from both players, and we're ready to roll for game 4. And we're off. Atalito is cordially invited to an instantaneous horizontal clear, and he gladly takes that invitation because he is a gentleman and a scholar.
Gotta love those. And he's actually, again, playing for that long game of the drop combos and being able to have those that buildup of pills on top of viruses and getting that cleared. So on Frank's side, though, a nice drop clear and another one with the blues on 7 and 8.
Atalito's board, looking at it, I mean, he could really use that right there just to cut down his garbage.
Mm-hmm. But still causes a lot of trash on that side too.
Yeah, when your board gets this cluttered, it can start to scramble your brain a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Nice horizontal drop clear there in the midst of all of this. But Frank has taken this opportunity to gain a pretty sizable virus lead early on.
Yeah, this is just quite a bit of trash to clean up on Atalito's side. And I don't know if all of it was intended. But one of the things that you'll find out with playing is that sometimes that trash does turn into combos that you can see further down if you're patient enough.
Atalito's got some yellow horizontal plays waiting for him in the future, and there's one of them. And he's going to have another one in a hot
Here we
minute
go.
here.
Watch this. Oh, gosh, that
Oh,
was great.
drop lightning log. Love it. Looks like he's going to go horizontal on these yellows, and why not?
Take them all at once. Again, save those pill halves if you can. And now just needing a few more blue to get out at a 229. But Frank is already on to his level 15 and about a 15 virus lead.
A lack of access for yellow and for Frank early on in his board. I'm kind of surprised he didn't do horizontal into vertical, but either play worked. Look at that drop fat log that Atalito just pulled. Wow.
He's like, oh no, don't talk about Frank. I'm over here. Look.
I just kind of turned my head thinking I might miss something, and good thing I
And
did.
you did.
Well, I
Blink and
didn't
you
miss
miss
it,
it, right?
so
And now Atalito in the same boat as Frank was, where just needing those yellow access and does not have it. So, ooh, I believe a misplay maybe on Atalito's side with that yellow.
oh man, Frank really needs some red help badly.
Wow.
Our RNG is just hammering at him right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's starting to get what he needs though to clear it all up.
And not much trash, which is just a testament to how well he does in the foresight he has with this game. But it did give Atalito a chance to grab the lead, and he is now 4 viruses away from finishing this level, and Frank has 17. So,
Not just a lead, but a sizable lead. I think that's a sub 215.
wow.
That's awesome.
Oh, wow. That massive combo from Frank. Everything dropped into place for what he needed. And this double yellow, perfect for this end clear of these yellows over here. And gosh, the doctor is giving him exactly what he needs. But now he needs a lot more red. And going to be out here. 2 more red. There we go at a 450.
Yeah, but this has given Atalito the opportunity to build a lead of over 20 viruses now. Nice L clear by Atalito. I'm not sure if that's the way he intended to put that, but now he's just in a perfect position. Now he's got a T clear and an L clear
Wow.
set up, and he's going to take both at the same time.
That was beautiful. It almost made me tear up a little bit. Good job, Atalito,
I
on
can
that.
hear it in your voice. I love it. Hey, it's beautiful.
Yeah. And Frank over here needing some red again. Like it seems to be the story of this round for him of just needing something to happen for the doc to give him what he needs. And Atalito just making quick work of his level 16.
Yeah, Atalito has just been doing a great job with this level. I think he put that there because okay, he
Yep.
was setting up that drop T.
Yep. And setting up for an L or a T clear over on those yellows, I believe.
Yeah, but he was a nice fat log,
Wow.
pure blue log there.
Okay, needing a blue to take those horizontally on Frank's side. There is some uncharacteristic crash, I believe, on his side, and so
I like
trying to
that
maneuver through
manufacturing job that Atalito just did, just to use those blue yellows to his advantage as much as he could while he was waiting for so long for those reds to come about.
And one thing with the way that Frank's board currently is he's going
Oh
to have
man,
a lot of drill clears to clear up this column 7 and 8. So this is not going to be good for his side.
nice underclear on the yellows there. He's doing what he can with what he's got, and really
Mhm.
he's got 3 double clears on column 8. So it's not going to take too much to get out of it. All he needs is a little bit of favorable RNG, which he has not been getting so far in this level. But now he's out at about a 730.
And Atalito making this more of a 37 virus lead. So, that blue on top of column 1, not necessarily sure that's what he wanted to do there. So cleaning that up might cause a little bit of job time, but he has some time, at least currently. But don't discount Frank.
Yeah, Atalito does have some time to figure out what his ultimate plans are going to be for column 1. But nonetheless, it's going to take some tricky underclearing and side clearing. It looks like he's going to go for this yellow T, and that's just perfect right there.
Mhm. But then that just makes 2 pills hanging up there. So still will take some time to clean up.
Yeah, he's gonna. Let's see what he decides to do, how he decides to play this, because this is going to be very interesting. He still has a lead of about 20 viruses, but Frank is starting to close that gap.
Yeah, and you don't want to leave those high viruses too long because he is playing on high, which means the speed never slows down. So definitely want to probably take care of those or think about how to take care of those sooner rather than later.
Yeah, everything on the bottom is pretty free and clear for Atalito right now. He's going to take care of all of that before he starts building his way up to those upper clears on the left-hand side.
Oh, maybe not.
All right, here we go.
He's like, I heard you.
He's still got to build. He still has to build his way back up,
Mhm.
but right now his situation is very manageable. And this is going to free up the yellow virus in the bottom left-hand corner. Now he can just build his way up to that final clear that he needs to finish this level.
Yep, and here he is
Very
with the
nice,
double. Yep,
942.
great time. And again, we are now on our way to a decider.
That will tie him for 13th with Influx on the Hot Times list.
And I'm sure he loves being tied with Influx because I know they have they're actually very good. What do you call that? Friends, competitors in this game, so they give each other somebody to strive to be like. So um,
Friendly rivals.
there
Let's
we
call
go.
it that.
That's the word I was looking for. Thank you, Packie. And Frank now out at a 10-23. So
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to a decider.
at that T. Let's go, decider.
We've had as many deciders today as we did in all of round 1 and 2.
And this is where you see them when the players are evenly matched, and so this is when it gets real interesting, and we love to see it. And both are ready. These players not given a breath in between these levels.
And we've got our countdown, and we got our 3-2-1 pills, and we are ready for Game 5 of this February 2023 final between Atalito and Frank. This has been a real heavyweight matchup. These two have just been putting up some phenomenal times. We've seen at least 3 hot times already.
Well, and Frank already had the top hot time prior, so he's
For
just
now.
beating himself now.
Perfect red-yellow for Atalito there to get that horizontal clear.
And Frank finally breaking through this red and yellow to get some blue access, but it's going to be hard to maneuver in there. But here's an L and clears it with the red viruses, so really good play there.
Atalito playing those horizontals very well thus far. Gets the sweet tea into the drop combo. He has an early lead of 10 viruses.
And he's going to be slowed down a little bit where getting to those yellows is going to be more of a priority now. But this undertuck play that he keeps doing, now everything's free and clear, so I take that back. And Frank now has some floating pills in columns 1 and 2, which, as we've mentioned before, have drop time associated with them typically. So he'll probably be taking those last, or
144 at level 14. That is blazing fast. I gotta check speedrun to see how that stacks up with the leaderboard. That was amazing.
we're all about our stats here. And Frank, as I thought, is going to be taking those yellows last, and now into level 15 at a 212. But Atalito's already been working on this for a few seconds here and making his big setups as he does. Now needing some yellows to break through here.
Yeah, it looks like a lack of access to reds for Frank right now, and for a minute it seemed Atalito was having issues with color access as well, but it looks like his top line is very diverse now at this point. Atalito setting up verticals on top of verticals in column 1.
He's wanting a red-blue, and he's going to get it here.
Oh, yes.
Oh, gosh,
Look
that's
at
so
this
great.
fantastic drop combo by Atalito.
And Frank on his side needing a ton of red help. Getting a little bit of it. Oh, look at this massive fat log that might be a decides not to take it.
Looks like Atalito might, if he takes the vertical on the red in column 4, might be playing for a fat log on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he decides to go. He goes for the L clear there.
And I kind of like that play because that does keep the access to those reds available. And out at a 359.
Right at 4 minutes. Good lord, this is incredible.
He does not want to leave this up for chance. He is just putting everything into this game. Frank with a massive fat log on his side, and then dropping into these blues out at a 415.
4:15 is also a fantastic time. Both of these players seem to be at the peak of their powers right now.
It's amazing when a hot time is still 15 seconds or 15 seconds away from your opponent. It's amazing.
I'm loving this drop T for Atalito here too.
And so
And a
Frank probably
another nice sweet tea for Atalito. He's just finding every good play right now.
and Frank is being limited by his access to red right now, and the doctor just being like, "Oh, you have limited access to red. Let's give you more red." But making really good plays here to avoid much trash, and only has like a little bit in that column 3, but he's going to be clearing that up right now.
A double red would be outstanding for Atalito right now.
Oh, I see it.
Here it comes.
Tater's blessing. Good job, Packie.
Not only that, but he has a lot of great horizontal plays set up on the bottom of his board if he can just get them. Oh, and look at that! Wow!
Oh my god!
An 8-pack on the bottom
My
of his
brain.
board.
Is that a new term? An 8-pack?
It
Love
is
it.
now. It's the first I've seen. And he's out in under 6 minutes. If a record's not broken in this run, something's going to get broken.
Yeah, the only thing I have to say is Atalito after this, check speedrun.com.
I mean, they don't have a category for the level blocks that we do in the Dr. Mario Monthly. But if they did, oh boy.
But just look at all the levels he's playing, and he's probably going to get us a level time. But Frank is continuing to chip away at his level 16. He has some horizontal ability to do the yellows, and also chooses to take
And
them.
it's the opportunistic double blue. Oh man, this is phenomenal. And then the drop horizontal combo into another.
And clearing
double
out
clear.
the only trash he has on his side.
This is unbelievable what we're seeing right here. I mean, sub 2 for these levels is ridiculous enough as it is. But to get like essentially 3 of them in a row is just unbelievable.
He's gonna wait. He's gonna wait for that
Might be
blue
waiting
yellow.
for the blue yellow to drop
Mhm.
and sets another vertical on top, and here it comes again.
Wow.
What the figure 4? I mean, that's what it looked like to me. It looked like the number 4 with that clear.
Mm-hmm.
This is insane. He's down to 10 viruses and it's under 8 minutes. The hottest time is about to be completely shattered. And look at that. Perfect setup for the drop T.
Oh, wow.
2 viruses left at pretty much the 8-minute mark. And gets exactly what he needs. Look at this.
802
802.
by over a minute destroys Frank's. Oh my gosh.
I cannot believe what I just saw. Beating Frank by over 30 viruses, that is the kind of run that makes you look at a player and say, okay, I'm afraid of you now.
So can I just say, well-deserved final win for Atalito, taking this month's. Wow. Good job.
That is probably the best single game of Dr. Mario I've seen in the monthly, bar none.
And
Fantastic job, Atalito. Congratulations on your first monthly title.
We have 82 people watching this all go down, and this is the caliber that you get with watching these Dr. Mario monthly tournaments. This is amazing play, and I just congratulations to both players. GG's on both. But Atalito just playing his game and at the top of his game.
Man, I'm still flabbergasted by that performance.
I know. What do we say next? Oh. So again, Atalito took this tournament. I do want to make mention that we will be coming back next week with more Dr. Mario play For any newcomers that are in the channel, we do also have a silver bracket. So we will be back with our silver bracket next weekend on Saturday, and also a special monthly SNES tournament that's going to be on Sunday, put on by Ook the Librarian. So we have a lot more Dr. Mario to bring you in the coming weeks. And yeah, that's all I can say. I don't know what. There's a sign off thing that we're supposed to do, right, Packie?
A sign off thing we're supposed to do? Well,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Something about taking your vitamins. You want to do that?
yeah. Take your vitamins, your vitamin T's, and your vitamin L's, and I'm just making stuff up right now, but
Well, that's it. That's the end of our Dr. Mario monthly gold bracket tournament. And I hope to see you in the coming weeks. Thank you, everybody, and take your vitamins.
be awesome to each other and keep doing what you do.